Hi guys, my name is Christina and welcome to today's video. Today I thought because we had some rainy gloomy weather this morning, it'd be fun to do a blind 24-hour readathon. So what is a blind 24-hour readathon, you might be asking? Well, I'll answer that question for you. As you guys can see next to me, I organized my physical TBR. These cards are apparently really popular in the booktube and book talk community, so I had one of them. It wasn't being useful, so I decided to put all of my, or at least all the books that can fit in the cart on the cart. So yeah, within this blind 24-hour readathon, I will be reading as many books as I can for a total of 24 hours, but I won't know what my TBR is and I won't know what books I'll be reading at all. So all my books are wrapped. We're gonna go ahead and pick one through this little teacup that I have that I'll show you guys in a moment. They're all numbered as well. So as you guys saw, I ended up pulling Writers and Lovers by Lily King. I have no idea what this book is about. I saw it like a couple years ago or a year ago, I think in someone's video. I enjoyed it and so I added it to my Christmas list and it was bought for me. I think my husband got it for me off my Christmas list or a family member. I'm not sure who got it for me, but this is the one we're going to be reading. I know nothing about it whatsoever. I'm literally 100% blind on this book, but we're going to go ahead and read this book in this video and hopefully it doesn't take us all 24 hours. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and make some coffee and we're going to go ahead and start our read for Writers and Lovers by Lily King. Right, I also forgot to start the timer and I want to start this on the camera to hold me accountable, and it's begun. Although you guys can see yourselves. Let's go ahead and start reading. So I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about this book. Blindsided by her mother's sudden death and wrecked by a risky love affair, Casey has arrived in Massachusetts in the summer of '97 without a plan. Her mail consists of wedding invitations and final notices from debt collectors. She now waits tables and rents a tiny moldy room. At 31, Casey is still clutching onto something nearly all of her old friends have let go of: the determination to live a creative life. Hi guys, so it's been a bit. I'm like 50 so pages into the book and I just got the audiobook through Libby as well, so I'm gonna listen to that while I go back to work and finish off all my work assignments. I don't know how I feel about this book so far. It's like the writing to me seems very awkward and the main character is a writer, so it seems like she's kind of like brain dumping kind of like all her thoughts right now. I don't know. Right now it just seems very awkward, like, and I'm also like really irritated by the men and some of the people in her life and how they are literally belittling her because she is, one, a woman, and two, because she wants to be a writer, and they keep telling her this isn't like a secure career that you should be pursuing, and like no one's there to like motivate her to continue with her dreams. So it's like very annoying to read. Like even the love interest is like a pain in the ass in my opinion, but I don't know, I'm trying to like judge it in a different way. Instead of judging it like the way it was written, I want to judge it on how it was written, if that makes any sense. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know how to share what I'm trying to say, but it's not bad. I'm gonna continue reading because I am curious and I really hope the main character stands up for herself, because we would love a girl boss. So I'm gonna go do that and come back when I'm done with the book. Hi guys. So it's like towards the end of the day and I have to go pick up my daughter in like a couple minutes of daycare. But it's been like, I'd say about 4 hours since my last update. My phone died, so I can't even show you. I did finish Writers and Lovers by Lily King. And honestly, I'm really glad I didn't DNF this, and I'm glad I decided to push through it and kind of ignore the negativity around the main character. And oh my god, you guys, this book made me tear up no, the book isn't supposed to be like super emotional. Actually, I wouldn't say that either. But this book, our main character, what was her name again? Casey. I've been reading a lot of books with the name Casey in it. It's weird. But Casey has been struggling. She recently decided to quit her golfing career because of her father being a perverted jackass. And then she ended up with a lot of student loan debt. She has no, like, at least she doesn't think she has a future with anyone or with anything. She's a waitress. She wants to be a writer. She's been working on a story for the past 6 years. And also her mother just passed away. So she's dealing with a lot. She's dealing with a lot of trauma. She's also dealing with grief. She's really confused about her love life. And she just has a lot of people around her that are just so negative and putting her down and only see her as a pretty face, and no one's taking her seriously. And it's just a lot the character goes through, and it's so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. Like, I don't wish this upon anyone, and it just sucks seeing her go through everything. And I think the negativity, like the people who are so negative around her, were really pissing me off. And I think that's why I was like, oh my god, I can't read this book. But I decided to go ahead and read it because I think this book is a very serious book that a lot of people should pick up. I will say it's an adult contemporary, so there are some sexual scenes. They're not very descriptive or anything at all, but it's well mentioned. I will say the writing style, the way the author wrote this book, I felt like it was a little bit awkward. Like, I was a little bit confused at some parts, and I just felt like some of the conversations or some of the ways the author describes certain things was kind of like it was like a what? Huh? Moment? Like, I was a little confused. But other than that, I think this is such a good book. I did rate it 4 out of 5 stars just because in the beginning it did give me that DNF vibes, and I was just getting very annoyed and the writing was very awkward for me. But other than that, I did really enjoy it. It's such a good book, you guys. I do recommend this book to those who want a adult contemporary. But I really wanted to give you guys this update before I go pick up my daughter. So I'm gonna go do that, and actually no, I'm gonna go pick up my next book, and then we'll go pick up the baby. Here is my little teacup of the books, all the numbers and stuff. Well, it just won't focus. But we got number 44. Let's go ahead and pick up that book. Okay, number 44. Oh. Okay, so we have If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. I don't know anything about this one, but I heard it's really, really good. And I do love the cover. I do like covers that have more of a simple look to them. And this one is so pretty. I love the vines and everything. So we're gonna be reading this. I'm so excited. I'm also very nervous, but I'm gonna try and start this today, but it really depends because it's in the afternoon, and usually once my daughter's home from daycare, we have dinner, we play with her, we get her to bed, and then we go to bed. But I'm gonna try my hardest to get as much as I can today, and then I'll talk to you guys about this book first thing tomorrow. Hi guys, good morning. I have my hair up today because it's early in the morning and I just don't want to deal with hair in my face. So yesterday I mentioned that I read 4.5 hours or something when I finished Writers and Lovers by Lily King. That was a lie. Not that my phone isn't dead. I'm actually at 5 hours and 20 minutes. So yeah. I did not have time yesterday to start If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio, but I'm gonna go ahead and start that right now. I also do have the audiobook on script, and it says it's 12 hours and 50 minutes, but since I do listen kind of like on double speed, maybe in 7 hours I'll be done with this book. We shall see. Let's continue. Oliver Marks has just served 10 years in jail for a murder he may or may not have committed. One day he's released. He's greeted by the man who put him in prison, Detective Colborne.
who wants to know what really happened a decade ago. As one of 7 young actors studying Shakespeare at an elite arts college, Oliver and his friends play the same roles on stage and off. Hero, villain, tyrant, temptress, and extra. The rest face the greatest acting challenge yet, convincing the police and themselves that they are blameless.
Well, I'm gonna turn off the camera and just keep reading until I get to a point that I want to talk about without spoiling you guys.
Richard, James, and Alexander pitched backward and fell against the cabinets, half a dozen people rushing to catch them before they hit the floor.
This book is not what I was expecting it to be. I was expecting like, oh, drama club setting in school and there's just drama between the drama dorks and everything like that. But you guys, it has gone kind of crazy. Once again, no spoilers, don't worry, but this group of drama students are just, wow. I'm gonna keep reading because I'm not even halfway through. I'm like on page like 1. You guys, okay, quick update. I am at 12 hours and 28 minutes of reading. Can't believe it's taking me this long to finish just 2 books. Oh my god. And sorry if you guys keep seeing me in this cardigan. It's just in my office downstairs. It's really cold and it's the cardigan that I keep in there. But I just finished If We Were Villains by L.M.L. Rio. And it was so good. Okay, I'm dog sitting this week and he wants to be in the room with me, so I'll be right back. His name is Daphnis. He's such a good boy. But yeah, dog sitting this week. But anyway, I did finish If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio, and you guys, this is a 5-star read for me. This was so good. I love the William Shakespeare quotes and the drama club, the acting, the mystery, the dead body, the solving all of that. And I was kind of able to somewhat guess what was gonna happen, and I was right. But still, this was such a good book, and I will try my hardest to write a review, a non-spoiler, a spoiler-free review, and post it on my Instagram, because I do want to share some of my favorite books of the year so on my Instagram. But this was so good. Like, I'm wondering like what can top this book right now. So far I loved Writers and Lovers, and I loved If We Were Villains. This is a book I probably would have never picked up on my own, so I'm glad I found this within like the booktube community. It was so good. Highly recommend this one if you guys want to kind of jump out of your like comfort zone and read something a bit more dark academia, thrillery mystery vibes. So yes. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pick the next book. I'm really nervous and also very excited. So we're gonna go grab my teacup, and I do have to film it on my phone for my TikToks and Reels. You guys, the book that was chosen was number 52 from my teacup, and that is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. So I don't know anything about this book, like literally nothing, and I have the first 2 books in this trilogy. At least I believe it's a trilogy, so we're gonna be reading that for the rest of this 24-hour readathon. But let's first find out if it's just a trilogy. Yes, it's supposed to be just 3 books. Okay, but I do have the first 2, so this is what we're gonna be reading next. I haven't read like a cheesy romance in a while, so I'm hoping it's good. I did hear that it's a bit of a slow start, but then it kind of builds up regarding character relationships and drama. So let's go ahead and start this book.
Bad boy Knox prefers to live his life the way he takes his coffee, alone, unless you count his basset hound, Waylon. Knox doesn't tolerate drama even when it comes in the form of a stranded runaway bride. Naomi wasn't just running away from her wedding, she was riding to the rescue to help her twin sister in a small town in Virginia. A rough round the edges town where disputes are settled the old-fashioned way, with fists and beers, usually in that order.
Hi guys, so it's been a few hours since my last update. Let's check. I'm at 14 hours and 33 minutes, so I have about 9 and a half hours left of the readathon. I'm currently at lunch for work, so I thought I'll go ahead and share my thoughts of the book. I'm still reading Things We Never Got Over. I'm on page 249, and so far it's not bad. Once again, this is a spoiler-free video, so I won't be spoiling anything in this, but I made myself some rice, pasta rice something bowl. It's so good. And also I had to share this, but these snacks, they're Dang Thai rice chips. These are coconut crunch flavored. These are delicious, so I highly recommend you check out your local Walmart and or ShopRite for this because it's so good. It is plant-based and gluten-free as well, but it's so good. If you like coconut, you would like this snack. But I thought I'd go ahead and snack on that a little bit as well and eat my lunch while reading. Hot. But with the book where I'm at so far, we're at a very, very spicy sexual scene, which I was kind of like, I felt like it was happening a little too quick. Like the book is a little slow, but I think it's supposed to be slow. I don't think the book would have worked, or the relationships would have worked, if the book wasn't as slow as it is. So I'm really enjoying it the way it is. I do find one of the characters, Knox, really irritating and kind of a red flag for me because it just seems like he has a temper, and I don't like that in any characters. And he kind of like over exaggerates and takes things that aren't super crazy and serious and blows them up, and he kind of irritates me. So I really don't want him to be the love interest of the story, but I don't know, we'll see what happens. I find Tina, which is the main character's twin sister, an awful person because one, she steals and vandalizes her sister's stuff and also leaves her kid with a stranger. Mind you, yeah, the stranger is her responsible twin sister, but it's a stranger to her daughter. Her daughter doesn't know this person, and you're just gonna leave her with someone. Like, I just think it's so not mature and not responsible, not a very good parent, and her daughter should be taken from her. So I don't really like those two characters. I'm really curious about Nash. I do like him. He seems to be more of a mature character out of all of them. He's a bit more calm and understanding, plus he is a police officer. And then I love Steven. I just find him funny and humorous, and I love his friendship with Naomi, who is our main character. She's okay too, but I'm really curious about her past and about her marriage, like not her marriage, but her relationship with, I don't even remember his name. I know it started with the W, but that's all I can remember at that point. But I'm really curious as to why she ran away, because she is a runaway bride, which is mentioned in the very first page of the book, so it's not a spoiler. So there's like a mystery, even though this is a romance contemporary, there's like a bit of a mystery, and I'm really curious as to where the story is gonna go. It's so good. Okay, at this rate, when I started reading the book, because I don't really read romance books like these, I was giving it like a 2-3 star. I'm kind of at a 3-4 star right now range. I'm not a fan of the spicy scene that just happened. I feel like it was a little bit rushed because they just had a kiss and then he shows up at her door and they're having sex. So it's kind of like, where did this come from? Like, okay, but we're gonna keep reading, see where it goes, and I'll update you guys as soon as I'm done with the book. Hi guys, so it's been a bit. I just want to give you guys a quick update. We're at 16 hours and 27 minutes at this time. I thought we'd probably reach the 24-hour mark. I thought we would have reached it by now because this book was pretty thick. It was 500 pages, but I did manage to finish it and we still have time left over in this 24-hour readathon, which I'm surprised because I really wanted it to end. This readathon has been very difficult for me to finish, like wow. But here's some spoiler-free thought. I don't know what to rate this book because if I rate it as a serious romantic book, I would give it 2 stars and probably DNF the rest of the series. But if I were to rate it how it was written as a rom-com, I'd probably give it 4 stars because it's a rom-com. Also, you see a dog, we're dog sitting this week, so there he is. Anyway, let's get on with the book. So this is a rom-com, seriously, it really is. So it's kind of like Jane the Virgin, where there's a lot of serious topics and serious events that happen, but the characters are just being silly goofy about everything and making kind of like dumb decisions and overreacting about every little thing. That's what this book is as well. So the writing style, I think it was really nice. I really like Lucy Score's writing. Her characters are very obnoxious and annoying, and that's kind of where the rom-com part comes in. The serious situations that they go through I really enjoyed, and it was kind of crazy, but I do feel like this is a long book and people complained about how thick it was, but I think the first like 400 pages could have been shortened, and then the ending was really rushed and that could have been spread out a little bit more. So that was my opinion there. The smut is just laughable. It is hilarious. It is so unrealistic. Some of the words they say during the scenes are just not what normal people would say or do, and I just found it hilarious, and it was just, yeah. So if you were to take this as a serious romantic novel, like serious romance, realistic, like Nicholas Sparks type books, this would be a 2-star, maybe a 1-star for some people. But if you actually judge it as a rom-com, 4 stars, you guys. So I finished this book and I still have like what, 7.5 hours left of this readathon. That's like a whole work day almost, and I'm trying to debate what to do. I do have the sequel to this one somewhere, so I could pick up the sequel, or I did start Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare, and I really do want to finish this one. I am only on page 65 out of oh my god, this is a 900-page book. So I'm definitely not gonna finish this book during this readathon. I do have the audiobook, so that's probably what I'm gonna go ahead and pick up next instead of the sequel to the Lucy Score book. But I am gonna continue that series because I am curious, because this book ended like with the legit ending, so I'm curious what the second book's about. And it better not be about Tina because I freaking hate Tina. So I'll go ahead and take out the sequel so it's ready for next week's read. I guess tomorrow I'll finish the readathon, maybe, I don't know. But the rest of today, tomorrow's Friday, and the weekend, and whatever, I'll be focusing on this book, and hopefully I can finish it before the month ends.
Move down the upstairs hallway, the voices in the kitchen receding, still urgent.
So this is the 3rd book in the Dark Artifices trilogy by Cassandra Clare. And the book says, what if damnation is the price of true love? This all takes place in the Shadowhunter world, if you guys are familiar with Cassandra Clare's writing, and it takes, you follow 2 main characters, Emma and Julian, and their love story. They can't be together due to a curse, so you follow them in the book, where they take on desperate measures to put their forbidden love aside, undertake a mission to the fairy world to retrieve the Black Volume of the Dead. This is such a good book, you guys. Oh my god, Cassandra Clare is seriously the YA fantasy queen.
Hi guys, I can't believe it took me this long. I love fall season. We did it! We finally read for a total of 24 hours. And you guys, it took me such a long time. But wow, I can't believe we finally did it. So let's do a quick recap before I end this video. The first book that we picked up and finished in this 24-hour readathon was Writers and Lovers by Lily King, and I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. The next book that we picked up was If We Were Villains by ML Rio, and I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. The next book was Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score, and I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. And I ended up picking up this book, which is Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare, and I'm not done with it, you guys. I'm not able to finish a 900-page book in addition to those, but let's see where I'm at. I've been listening to the audiobook. Oh wow, I'm pretty good dent. I'm actually on page 453, so here we are. I'm like past the halfway mark by like a bit, but that's how far I got through this book. Mind you, I did start this book before I started this 24-hour readathon. I think I was like about 80 pages in already. So yeah, so for the remainder of September, I'm just gonna focus on finishing this book, and then my next book on the list is Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score, which is the sequel to Things We Never Got Over. So oh my god, I love these covers. I love the floral. But that's what I read in this 24-hour readathon that took me days, and this is what I'm going to be reading next. So I hope you guys enjoyed this 24-hour readathon. Let me know if you want to see more like these in the future, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.